Today, we are doing a very original idea, something that nobody has ever done before. NASCAR predictions. But this isn't your average NASCAR predictions video. No. Listen here. When people usually do these NASCAR prediction videos, they usually do one of these two types of video. Either a certain number of predictions or playoff predictions. We are taking both ideas, combining them into one big video, and turning this into the ultimate NASCAR predictions video. Am I hyping this up too much? Am I hyping this up too much? This is just a NASCAR predictions video. So here is how this will work. We will start with 22 predictions about the season, 9 driver predictions, 5 team predictions, 3 track predictions, and 5 bonus predictions. After that, we will go over the playoff predictions. Who is going to make it to the playoffs? Who's going to make it to the round of 16, the round of 12, the round of 8, and then the round of 4, and ultimately win the championship at season's end. And without further ado, let's begin. So I figured I'd start this out very simple with the guy who was arguably the biggest story of the 2021 season, Kyle Larson. And I think he's going to keep up his momentum and win at least a minimum of 5 races, mainly because he is an elite driver. He is one of the best in NASCAR right now, and he can learn really quick and figure this stuff out. And I think he'll be the first to figure out the next gen car. And speaking of Kyle's, let's move on to Kyle Busch. For Kyle Busch, this season will be one of his biggest, I think. It'll be one of his most consistent, not necessarily in wins, but just running up front, running on the top. He is going to just flat out dominate this season. It is going to be a huge season for Kyle Busch, a great comeback from his last 2 mediocre seasons. And for Denny Hamlin, I think he is going to do pretty good as well, pretty average, and I do think he will make a very deep playoff run. Will he make it to the final 4? You're gonna have to stick around to the end of the video to find out. Moving on to Ryan Blaney. I think he's going to be the top driver at Penske this year. With Brad Keselowski being gone, Joey Logano, I just don't think is going to have as good of a season as he usually does. I think this is going to be kind of the season where he kind of suffers a little bit. So I think Ryan Blaney will be the top driver at Penske this year. Now for his teammate, I think he's going to win only once. It will most likely be at a road course, and I think everywhere else he's going to do kind of mediocre, but that one win will get him into the playoffs. Moving on to another rookie, Harrison Burton, and I don't think he will be as fortunate as Austin Cindric. In fact, I think he is not even going to break the top 20 in points. Now, William Byron, I think this is going to be his breakout season with him getting 9 straight top 10s in a row last season. This is going to be the year he breaks through and finally has a really good season, really good playoff run and all that sort of stuff. So I think this is going to be a big year for William Byron. Kurt Busch, the veteran driver with a new team, new teammates, new manufacturer, all that stuff. I think he will continue his consistency and win at least 1 race. As for his teammate, Bubba Wallace, I think he will improve. I don't think he will win a race. His stats all around will improve for sure. And that'll basically be it. But other than that, mediocre season for Bubba Wallace. We talked about both Kurt Busch and Bubba Wallace, both of them which are 23XI Racing drivers. I think that 23XI Racing will have a phenomenal sophomore season and get both drivers into the playoffs. That win coming from Kurt Busch will lock him in. Bubba Wallace, I think, will lock in on points. Now, what about Hendrick Motorsports, the dominant team as of right now? I think all 4 of their drivers are going to win a race, therefore putting all of them into the playoffs. Now this one is kind of a driver prediction and a team prediction. I think Harvick is going to be the top driver of SHR, but Harvick is not going to be the only driver to win at SHR. There are going to be 2 drivers who are going to win at SHR. One of them is going to be Harvick, and the other one, I don't know. Let me know in the comments below who you think this driver is going to be. Is it going to be Chase Briscoe? Is it going to be Eric Almirola? Or is it going to be Cole Custer? Which one do you think it is going to be? Now, this next one is kind of a bold prediction. It's a really bold one. I think Front Row Motorsports is going to win again this year. And I'm predicting that it is going to be after the playoffs have started. So None of their drivers are going to make it into the playoffs, but I do believe they are going to win at least once this year. And for the final one of team predictions, I think Trackhouse Racing is going to win this year. Who will it be? Which driver will it be? I'm not sure, but I do think that they are going to lock in a win this season. So the Clash is in a few days, and I don't know when this video is going to come out. It might come out after the Clash, but this is being filmed before the Clash, and I think that the Clash for TV is going to be a flop. But the people who are there in person, it is going to be awesome. The people who go to that race in person and experience it live, they are going to say this is an awesome race. But the people who watched it on TV, they're going to be kind of like, it was kind of mediocre. So for the Clash, I think it is going to be a win in person, but a flop for TV. So let's talk about the Daytona 500, and I think that it is going to be a kind of a boring race. Not much action in the beginning, maybe a big wreck in the first couple laps, and then nothing until like the last 2 laps. That is when we're going to get all the action. And I'm also predicting that there's going to be a huge crash at the end of the Daytona 500. So this next one is kind of a cheat one. I think that the road courses are going to be dominated by road course drivers. Chase Elliott, AJ Allmendinger, Austin Cindric, those guys are going to be the ones basically winning all of them. And you could throw in people like Martin Truex Jr. and Kyle Larson and those types of guys as well. On to the last 5. Here are the bonus predictions. And the first one I'm going to make is the mystery broadcaster, where they're going to be pulling someone in every week for the Fox booth to broadcast the race. I think that is going to be a huge hit. They're starting it off with Tony Stewart in the booth for the Clash and the Daytona 500. And I think it is going to be a huge, huge hit. The next one, I don't think there's going to be any flips this year. None. All across the board, every series, Xfinity Truck, Cup, I don't think there's going to be a car that goes upside down all season long. And moving down to the Truck Series, Matt DiBenedetto. I think he is only going to win once. One race, that's it. And for the most popular driver in the Truck Series, Hailie Deegan, I think she is going to improve, but she is not going to win a race. And last but not least, for the Xfinity Series, I think the big 2 drivers this year are going to be Daniel Hemrick and Noah Gragson. And maybe throw in Ty Gibbs, if you will. So those are my 22 predictions for the 2022 season. Let me know what you guys think, and let's move on to the playoff predictions. Let's get started with the round of 16. So I have here on a document 10 drivers that I know are going to make it to the playoffs. No doubts whatsoever in my mind. Those drivers are Kyle Larson, Kyle Busch, Martin Truex Jr., Denny Hamlin, Chase Elliott, William Byron, Kevin Harvick, Alex Bowman, Ryan Blaney, and Joey Logano. The other 6 drivers that I have on this list that are going to make it to the round of 16 are Kurt Busch, Tyler Reddick, Ross Chastain, Bubba Wallace, and Chase Briscoe. Now, I'm taking a stab in the dark with one of these drivers who is not on this list, and that is Brad Keselowski. I personally want Brad Keselowski to make it to the playoffs, but I just don't think he will. It is a significant downgrade from Penske Motorsports to Roush Fenway, now Roush Fenway Keselowski Racing. I don't think he's going to get it done this year, and he's going to suffer a little bit, but I do believe he is going to come back next year and do a lot better. But this year, I think it is going to be a miss for Brad Keselowski. The drivers I have making it into the round of 12 is Kyle Larson, Kyle Busch, Martin Truex Jr., Denny Hamlin, Chase Elliott, William Byron, Kevin Harvick, Alex Bowman, Ryan Blaney, Joey Logano, Kurt Busch, and Austin Cindric. The drivers, of course, not making it to the next round: Tyler Reddick, Ross Chastain, Bubba Wallace, and Chase Briscoe. Here is your round of 12. Let's move on to the round of 8. I have Kyle Larson, Kyle Busch, Martin Truex Jr., Denny Hamlin, Chase Elliott, Kevin Harvick, William Byron, and Austin Cindric. The drivers, of course, not making it to the round of 8: Alex Bowman, Ryan Blaney, Joey Logano, and Kurt Busch. Now, you might be saying, whoa, hold on, Austin Cindric making it to the round of 8 in his rookie year? Well, hear me out. This is why I have him moving up. We have both a super speedway and a road course. to finish off the round of 12. And I just have a hunch, I have a feeling that he's going to do good at both those tracks and actually make it to the next round. Bold statement, but I believe that he's going to get it done. So here is your round of 8. We have eliminated a total of 8 drivers. One more round is left. And here is who I think is going to make it into the round of 4. The round of 4 is going to be Kyle Larson, Kyle Busch, Chase Elliott, and Denny Hamlin. And there you have it. I think these drivers are going to be the ones to make it to the round 4 at Phoenix. And now, for the moment you've all been waiting for, here it is. Here is the bold prediction, the moment you've all been waiting for. I predict that Kyle Larson is going to win the 2022 championship. Yes, we are going to see for the first time since Jimmy Johnson in 2007 a back-to-back champion. Anyway, guys, that is my prediction video. Hopefully, you guys did enjoy this. If you did, leave a like down below and also subscribe if you're new to my channel. And also let me know what you guys think about my predictions down in the comments below. And without further ado, have a good one.